Yugi Bros!
What's up, YouTube? AJ here with Yugi Bros. Coming at you now with the brand new Dark World structure deck, Reloaded. So this is kind of a reprint structure deck. There was a different Dark World deck back in the day, but we have some brand new support here for the deck, as well as some nice reprints. So let's get into it. Some of the notable reprints you'll see in this deck is going to be Skill Drain, Danger Tsukinoko, Danger Bigfoot, Danger Thunderbird, and Danger Mothman. You're also going to have some new cards in here, some new support. Grapha, Dragon Overlord of Dark World, Dark World Ascension, which is a fusion spell to summon out Grapha, Dragon Overlord of Dark World. You're going to have Dark World Archives, Dark World Punishment, Dark World Puppetry, Genta, Gateman of Dark World, Parl, Hermit of Dark World, and Reign-Beaux, Overking of Dark World. Some nice new support, some nice reprints in here. So what is the Dark World strategy? Dark World strategy is something involving discarding, which in a format where Macrocosmos is at 3 and Dimensional Fissures at 3 may not be the best, but there's no way those tier 2 players are going to be running those, and that's going to be the most common deck you'll be running in, as it's a tier 0 format. But you'll definitely face those non-meta decks who will be running those, so you'll have to add some cards in to get rid of them. Harpy's Feather Duster, of course, some Cosmic Cyclones, Twin Twisters. Twin Twisters probably would be the better because you can discard and you get the effects off of your Dark World cards. So Twin Twisters is probably your best bet, plus you can run 3 of them. And you can target up to 2 cards, spell and trap cards to destroy. So I would definitely go with probably Twin Twisters and Harpies if you want to add in some support here to make this deck a little bit better. So let's crack this open, and we'll be back in just a moment. Ready? And okay, so there we go. Nice little magic touch. So we have the nice brick here of the deck. Of course, we'll be unwrapping that in just a moment. I just want to go over the nice little paper playmat that you get with this. It has the card list, yoink, as well as this cool little thing here you can do. If I had it unfolded it all the way. Yoink. Alright. So, it has all the zones, of course. Dark World Structure Deck. Nice little artwork here. On the back, have card list, some strategies and how their effects work and everything, and some of the other cards that come in this deck, as well as some cards you could use to power up this deck with. So definitely you can always make structure decks stronger. Structure decks are never out of the picture, in my opinion. That's why I love them so much. One of the main decks I've run, which you've seen on this channel, is the Albez strategy, excuse me, where you with Branded Fusion and everything. So Branded's is something I've been running for a while, and I enjoy it very much. Branded Fusion is definitely a broken card. So let's go ahead and crack this open. Let's go over the cards. Let's see here. There's a nice little thingy somewhere around here. There we go. It's like a pack of cigarettes. Don't smoke, kids. Yoink. All right. So cover here we have Reign-Beaux, Overking of Dark World. It's a Fiend effect, Dark type, level 8, 3000 attack, 1800 defense. You can special summon this card from your graveyard by returning one level 7 or lower Dark World monster you control to the hand. If this card is discarded to the graveyard by card effect, you can add one level 5 or higher Dark World monster from your deck to your hand, except Reign-Beaux or King of Dark World. Then, if this card was discarded from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Dark World monster from your deck or graveyard to either field. That's pretty cool. So, nice new boss monster here, for sure. Then we have Dark World Puppetry, which states you can target it's a quick play spell, you can target up to 3 cards in any graveyard, banish them, then discard 1 Fiend monster. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banished Fiend monsters, add it to your hand. You can only activate 1 Dark World Puppetry per turn. Then we have Dark World Archives. During your main phase, you can discard 1 Dark World monster, and if you do, Dark World monsters you currently control gain attack equal to the level of the discarded monster had in the hand times 100 until the end of this turn. If a monster whose original type is Fiend is discarded from your hand by the effect of a Dark World card or an opponent's card effect, even during the damage step, you can discard 1 card, then draw 2. You can only use each effective Dark World Archives once per turn. And then we have definitely the new, for sure, boss monster here. We have Grapha, Dragon Overlord of Dark World. Pretty much what Grapha does is when your opponent activates a monster effect or a normal spell or trap card, while you have cards in your hand, you can activate his effect, the quick effect, and the effect of that card becomes your opponent discards 1 card. So it forces your opponent to, let's say, they activate any card, right? Any normal spell. Let's say they activate Raigeki, right? Instead of destroying all monsters you control, it'll say your opponent discards 1 card. So you get to discard a Dark World monster and then trigger off more shenanigans that way. Plus, it's a 3200 beat stick. That's never not nice. Then we have the fusion spell to bring in now, Dark World Ascension. This has a recycle effect as well. It's nice. Then we have Genta, Gateman of Dark World. You can only special summon Genta, Gateman of Dark World once per turn. You can discard this card to the graveyard, add 1 the Gate of Dark World from your deck to your hand. So it searches the field spell. And if this card is banished when you control a Dark World card, you can special summon it, which that's good. Special summoning is always nice. And then we have Parl, Hermit of Dark World. This card is discarded to the graveyard by card effect. You can target 1 Dark World monster in your graveyard except Parl. Special summon it to either field. If this card was discarded from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon it to either field. Or you can special summon to either field 1 of your Fiend monsters that is banished, or in your hand or graveyard. Wow, okay, that's pretty cool. And then finally, I believe, yeah, so last hollow card you get 8 hollows in this deck, which is, I love the fact they've been upping the hollow count. Like, I honestly would pay an extra, $10 per deck, if, maybe $10 per deck. It's not too crazy. If they were just hollow out every single card, I think that would be cool. Some kind of premium deck. Like, they charged $30 for it, and then it was actually kind of built the way you would have to build a budget deck of buying 3, but they already have it built out like that. But every card is hollowed. Different rarities. I think that'd be fun. Hey, Konami, hit me up. I got ideas. So Dark World Punishment. When a monster would be normal, it's a counter trap. Whenever a monster would be normal special summoned, you can negate the summon. If you do, destroy that monster, then discard 1 Fiend monster. If a Dark World monster you control will be destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. You can only use each effect of Dark World Punishment per turn. So I like that because that's a really good protection cost. Well, not cost, but good protection, right? So there's our nice hollow count there. And here we go into the rest of the deck. We have the original Reign-Beaux, Overlord of Dark World. Lucent, Nether Lord of Dark World. Latinum, Exarch of Dark World. Gold, Wu Lord of Dark World. Woo, dang. Silva, Warlord of Dark World. Braun, Mannequin of Dark World. Beige, Vanguard of Dark World. Brow, Huntsman of Dark World. This one is good for drawing power, because when it's discarded, you get to draw a card, and if it's discarded by your opponent's card effect, you get to draw 2. You have Scar, Scout of Dark World. Khakis, Gorilla of Dark World. Jake from State Farm, holla at your boy. Gren, Tactician of Dark World. If this card is discarded to the graveyard card effect, target 1 spell or trap on the field, destroy it. Ceruli, Guru of Dark World. Then we have some vanillas. We have Zur, Renge, and we get into the dangers. So we have Danger Bigfoot, Danger Thunderbird, Danger Mothman, and Danger Snake. And then we have some other reprints. We have Lilith, Lady of Lament, Fabled Raven, and Absolute King Backcheck to round out the monsters. Dark World Dealings, Charge into a Dark World, Gateway to Dark World, Dark World Lightning, Drag Down into the Grave. Both players reveal their hands. I know this is a reprint as well. Both players reveal their hands. Each chooses one card from their opponent's hand. Then you discard the chosen cards from both players' hands. Then both players draw 1 card. Card Destruction. Shout out, starter deck Yugi. The Force of Darkness, trap card. Target 2 Dark World monsters to graveyard. Add those targets to your hand. Recycling is always nice. Dark World Brainwashing. Dark Smog. Mind Crush. Deck Devastation Virus. Kind of wish it was Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Paleozoic Dino-Miscus. Skill Drain. So, if you guys want to pick up your copies of Skill Drain, just pick up 3 of these. And some more reprints. We have Graphic Dragon Lord of Dark World, Snow, the Gates of Dark World, and of course our promotional cards for Master Duel here, Duel Links, and Tactical Masters. As well as a QR code here for, if you want, you can scan it. A beginner's guide to Dark World. So that's the deck itself. That's out of the box. I'll be building right now a budget version of this. That all you need is the 3 structure decks, 3 copies of the structure deck of Dark World, and you'll be good to go. So stand by.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and built this budget build here. Not too shabby if I say so myself. We'll do a test hand once at least. You can see what goes into this build. So we're starting out. We have 3 copies of Reign-Beaux Overking of Dark World, and 3 copies of Silva, Warlord of Dark World, 3 copies of Grapha, Dragon Lord of Dark World, 3 copies of Brow, Huntsman of Dark World, 1 copy of Lucent, Netherlord of Dark World, 1 copy of Parl, Hermit of Dark World, 1 copy of Beige, Vanguard of Dark World, 3 copies of Genta, Gateman of Dark World, and right off the Dark Worlds we have 3 copies of Snow, Unlight of Dark World. Moving on to the next, we're going to be running 1 Danger Tsukinoko, 2 copies of Danger Bigfoot, and 2 copies of Danger Thunderbird. Rounds out for the monsters. We're now going to move on to the spells. So we're running 3 copies of Dark World Ascension, 1 copy of Dark World Archives, 1 copy of Dark World Puppetry, 3 copies of Dark World Lightning, and 3 copies of the Gates of Dark World. And right off the main deck, we're running 3 copies of Dark World Punishment. For the extract, we're just running the 3 Grapha Dragon Overlord of Dark World. And that's it, guys. That's the budget build. Now, in just a moment, you're going to see a test stand. Okay. So, now we get the deck shuffled up here. See what kind of test stand we're going to have. Alright, Dark World Punishment, Danger Thunderbird, Dark World Puppetry, Dark World Lightning, and a Genta. Okay. Not the greatest opening hand, but let's see what we can do with it. What I do first would be, I would discard the Genta, search for the Gates of the Dark World. Oh, bottom of the deck. Go ahead, activate Gates of the Dark World. And only thing left you can do, really, is reveal Danger Thunderbird and hope it gets special summoned. Well, unfortunately, this was kind of a brick hand, guys, so let's do one more. Did get these sleeves from TCG Player. I prefer these Ultra Pro Matte sleeves in the blue color. I sleeve all my personal stuff with it. Anything in my side deck binder is sleeved with this. Just because it's just a really easy way to go ahead and interchange cards from your decks and everything. That's why I like it. So, alright, so we have Gates of the Dark World, Dark World Lightning, Danger Bigfoot, Gates of the Dark World, and Reign-Beaux, Overking of Dark World. So, So what you can do is you can set one of your gates, activate Dark World Lightning, pitch your Reign-Beaux to destroy the target. Or to destroy the target, then discard 1 card. So you destroy the gates, pitch your Reign-Beaux per its effect. Reign-Beau's effect will trigger, which allows you to add 1 level 5 or higher Dark World monster from your deck to your hand. So level 5 or higher, we're going to go ahead and Silva, Then we're going to activate Gates of Darkhold again here. Not setting it, but we're going to activate it here. You can banish one field monster from your graveyard and then discard one field monster, then draw a card. So we're going to banish the Reign-Beaux to discard Silva to draw one card. Then Silva, so we're drawing a Snow. Silva's effect will activate. When it's discarded, you can special summon this card. So we'll go ahead and we'll special summon the Silva. And then you can go ahead and reveal your Danger Bigfoot. And let's say they actually do target the Snow. You special summon your Bigfoot. And you can do Snow, or Bigfoot Chainlink 1, Snow Chainlink 2. So if this card is discarded from your hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can target a monster opponent's graveyard. Add one Darkhold card from your deck to your hand that's special to that target. However, it wasn't an opponent's card, it was your own card effect, so you don't get to trigger that. But you still get to draw a card from Danger Bigfoot. We can draw, and we draw the Darkhold Punishment. Well, that's not supposed to happen, but you get the gist. You can go ahead and you can set this. And you have an end board of this. At least you have 3,000 beast stick. And you have some fodder in the graveyard and everything. So let's do one more.
A few moments later.
So, testing number 3. Darkhold Ascension, Reign-Beaux, Darkhold Punishment, Parl, and Snow. Okay, so we got a few Darkhold names we can play around here with. Alright. So let's see. So we're going to normal summon our Snow. And we'll return to the hand or to put out our Reign-Beaux. We're then going to set our Darkhold Punishment. And that's it. That's our board. So they're fairly basic boards you can do with the budget build. There's definitely way more broken boards you can put out for this. As far as you can definitely one-turn summon out the fusion monster. Well, guys, that's it. That's the budget build. That's the review of this deck. I would, if I'm going to give it a rating, I would give this structure deck probably a 3 out of 5. It's decent. It's fun. It is really fun to play. It's nostalgic for sure. But otherwise, it's, you know, it's not as strong as an Albaz Strike or the Shadal structure that came out a few years back, or the Salamangreat structure. It's not, definitely it's not as strong as those, but it's still, it's fun. I would say it's definitely fun. It doesn't cost much to pump this thing up to something that's more compatible, more viable, that's for sure. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I've noticed on the videos that we have been getting some dislikes, which is fine. If you don't like the videos, that's okay, because you know you're entitled to your opinion. But do me a favor, leave me a comment. Tell me why you don't like it. Let me know what we can do to improve. And that's what we want to do, is we want to put out the best quality product as possible. So without further ado, guys, you have a good night. Stay frosty.
Yugi Bros!